the Renault Clio station wagon-ish edition. This is a model 2014 1.5 DCI engine, and we're here for a small service, the cabin filter, but also some wipers, the stabilizer rods, the little ones, a belt for the alternator, and brake discs and brake pads. So this will probably be a separate video, the brakes and stabilizer rods probably too. So let's get started, shall we? Let's lift the car with a jack, or like I do right here, to put my block underneath, because the distance is a little bit too small, short. Just stick something like a big rod or something, tire iron, big tire iron if you have one. Stick it under, lift a little bit, and there we go. Yep. Right. Almost a little bit further, and we're good to go. Always check your fluids, your coolant. See how much freezing it can take. If it doesn't move too much, tap it a little bit. Sometimes the refractor meter gets stuck. And this looks like, you could see it by the color already, it's pretty healthy. So minus 27, something like that. Yep, perfect. Level is a little bit too low, but your concentration of the coolant is good. Then you can top it off a little bit of clean water. Doesn't have to be bottled water, just nice and clean tap water will do. Always check the level of the oil before we swap it out, so we can know if there's damage or a problem with the engine. So next, let's get the bottom plastic plate off. Take the plastic plate off, so take off the bolts. I've fixed this with another bolt. The rest is 10mm. Oh, another Torx over there, but normally it's these 10mm bolts. That's original. Yep. Up, one more, but first I'll do the Torx. Yeah, doesn't matter. They're a bit lubricated, so they don't rust as fast. And the plate is held in with these clickers right over here, so normally it should stay in there, but it could fall on your head if the clickers are worn. Yep. Nice spare bolts I installed here. Yep. Luckily, somebody is happy with my work. That's me. And that's all. There we go. Oh, nice gearbox. Still shiny. Cool. These will go fast if you don't treat them well. So check for leaks. Did a video with a Dacia. It's the same gearbox. This one is operated with hydraulic pressure, the clutch, but for the rest is the same gearbox. So check for leaks, but this one is different. Has the normal system for the axle to go in the gearbox. The Dacia ones have, yeah, they seal it with the boot, and if the boot cracks, yeah, your fluid is gone, your oil is gone, and then your gearbox is gone. And it goes fast. So this one looks in good nick. Yep, let's drain the oil and I'll show you what you need. Yeah, another moron with a stupid horn. Alright, so you'll need this special oil drain plug tool for French stuff. You'll find it on Amazon or eBay. And number 19 wrench goes on. You give it a smack, and like nothing at all, it comes loose. Hopla. There we go. And the rest. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yep, there we go. So take off your glove, because else it will get filled with oil. And some rags, and now we can loosen the bolts. And if you look closely, it's a copper press washer, crush washer rather. So it's almost out, and now you can just do it like this. Bam! And catch it. You have to catch it before the oil covers it. And that's how you do it without making a mess. Alright, let it drain for like 30 minutes, at least, something like that, and then we'll continue with the filter. New crush washer goes on. You have a couple of sizes, make sure it's the good one. Look, this one doesn't fit, so this is yeah, you'll figure it out. Have to continue. But when you look this part up, even on Amazon or something, you can even order the new drain plug with the crush washer on it. But for this engine, might as well measure it. If you say A, you have to say B, Steven. So this is nearly 16 millimeter. Yep. So 15.6 millimeter. So if you take one for 16 millimeter, it will be fine, and that's what it will be. Probably. Oh, yeah. Some yeah, 16 and blah 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 blah, 16 3, 16 2.8, something like that. Yep, there we go. So now you know it, you can order it. 16 millimeters should be good. There we go. I like to put the seam side on the bolt. Never had problems like this. And if you turn it around, normally it should be fine as well, but I've saw it once, so I like to make sure it never happens again. Here the oil comes on this side. The oil comes meets the copper washer. So if your oil would meet the copper washer where the seam is, it could crawl in between and cause a minor leak. So yeah, something to pay attention for. Yep, let's continue. Put it in and crush the washer. That's what it's meant for. Don't crush it too much, else the sealing function will disappear, of course. As you can see, tension is starting to build up, and now we have a very good compressed washer that will seal perfectly. There we go. Get it up a little bit, and let's do the filter. If you're not used to doing this, there's a tightening torque, of course, available. Normally it's like 20 or something, but for this one it shall be maybe a little bit less. But if you're doing this, use normal wrench, take it in the middle, and you should tighten it like with a broken wrist. Look, I can still move it a little bit, but you can feel the copper is being compressed, so it's sealed. And then you should stop, because if you're gonna do it like this, or with an even bigger wrench, and you're not used to it, you will probably overturn it or strip out threads or something like that. So do it with a broken wrist, with like you would ride a motorcycle, and you would do the throttle. So with a motorcycle you go like this. That's much safer than jacking like this. So here the same principle. Pretend you have a broken wrist and feel for it, and yeah, this is enough. you will feel it getting tight, and then you should stop. The filter is living over there, so we have to make a little bit of room. Take off the intake tube for the air filter. First, you have two tabs, one over here, one on the bottom. Squeeze the one on the bottom with your finger. You can feel it, lift it up. So the tap is behind the other piece of plastic, and then you can press in the upper one, and you can slide it out, as you can see. So over here we have a little bit of wiring for the MAF filter, mass airflow sensor, sorry. So take it off, and then the whole thing comes off because it doesn't click very well, and there seems to be a break. I didn't do that. Alright, put it aside. And now we can grab the filter if we remove the tubes, the cooling tubes, a little bit for the oil cooler. There we go. Now we have access, and let's get the adapter for the filter. One takes the 76 diameter millimeters and 12 tooths. So get on there. Let's grab a wrench and let's get it up. Yep, and there you go. You could do this before you drain the oil. And as a matter of fact, I will place a pan underneath. Most of the filters these days have a valve built in, so they won't leak when you take them off when you're mounted like this. The steel filters, I mean. So let's be sure, and yeah, I think we have to put a pan underneath. So when it's loose, try to get your tool off, so you don't. I like to turn it a bit back, so it releases the pressure on the teeth, and it slides off immediately. So now we can just unturn it by hand. Unturn, I mean screw it out. Is there an oil leakage? Don't think there is one. Alright, and no, it is completely empty. There will be a valve inside that keeps a little bit of oil in the filter. As you can see, everything is clean. Pay attention that the rubber seal comes off. Yep, it will be important. Navy seal, he's pretty dangerous when he stays on there. Sure, you have a good filter. This one takes the LS949 by Perflux. Apparently they now have white boxes instead of colored ones, so it will be a problem. Everyone is saving these days, so yep. All right, so we should get some oil. I have some leftover oil right here. Stick your finger in and lubricate the seal. There we go. For all those who are wondering, no, I don't use that oil anymore to put in the engine. Oil stays good, like forever, probably, but it cannot come in contact with air, because then it will deteriorate. That's why we have to swap out the oil every once in a while for our cars. Yep, let's get it on. So you should just turn it until it makes contact, and then 3/4 of a turn, because it's a flat seal. Yeah, I know how it feels, so already almost tightened it by hand well enough, but I'm just gonna give it one last crank. Yep, and that's it. That should be a very good seal right there. Right, let's continue. Here we go. We have the oil plug, 20 Newton meters. We have the oil filter. The oil with the filter is 4.8 liters that you need to refill. That's the specification for the oil, but 5W30, the latest additives, will do. And for the rest, yeah, that's it. Let's continue. So, 4.8 liters 5W30. Don't overpour it because it's a small tube in there. Forget to install your air tube again. Yeah, like this. Yep, kind of a weird one. Yeah, plastic. Yep. All right. Should pop in the air filter, and over here we should hear the pop, obviously, and over here you have to make sure it's really in there. Yep, so it doesn't come out, else you will be taking the air from the hot air from in the engine compartment, and you want the fresh air from right over here when you're driving, give you a little bit more power. All right, let's start the engine and then check the oil level. Yep, oil pressure good. Turn off the engine. This one is in French. To do the reset, press the start button if you have it with a button. Turn on the ignition. Then cycle for the maintenance message, and it should be somewhere. Oh, wait, I'll put in English. Wait. Oh. You put in the cards. Turn on the light again. Yeah, that's the message for the two child's seats. Then we cycle with the buttons over here to autonomie de révision. That's for yeah, service message. Then you hold the button, and then you will see the revision is in 28,000 kilometers, 28,900 kilometers, or 11 months. Then the oil swap is for 28,900 kilometers or 23 months, and yeah, that's it. So you can cycle between them, and then you can press and hold one. You choose whatever you want to reset, and when you press and hold them, you reach them to 30,000. I did this one just a couple of weeks ago because the message was popping up and I was going to do it anyway. So there you go. So you go to probably in English it will be a service message, something like that. Somewhere in the menu you have the kilometers, you have the warning messages, you have the temperature, and then you have the service message. Again, hold it, hold one of the buttons, and then you will enter the two possibilities. So the oil drain and the inspection. So the oil drain will reset as well because it has been done, and the inspection is due right now. So yep, there we go. It blinks and it's resets. Reset it. Take out the cards and let's check the oil level, shall we? And close the gates because I do not like people. Just kidding. All right, take a rack. Not a rack, a rack. So let's check it out, clean it a bit. As you can see, this diesel engine has 115,000 kilometers on the clock. So when we turn the engine over, even if it is for a couple of seconds, the oil will become a little bit black already because of the carbon buildup inside. So there we can see we need to fill it up, top it up just a little bit more, like a glass of oil will be good, and we're good to go. And don't forget to top up your washer fluid, of course. You also have to spray the locks, lube them up. Do not forget that as well, as in each and every video I show you. This part over here, important, the lock itself, mechanism. And did you hear that, the click? That's this bad boy. Always on the inside, lube them up over there, the hinges as well. Do that for every door, of course. Don't forget to put in the stamp, the mileage, kilometers, and sign it off. And put you can put a sticker in right over here for the next visit, and I would advise to do it each year. The oil needs to be changed each year. Renault says 2 years, but the damage is yeah, it's better each year, so your car will last, your engine will last a lot longer. Yeah, you don't have to take my word for it, but do it anyway, whatever. So we're gonna swap out the wipers and the brakes and the belt, but that's for another video. So this is for the service, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye, keep tight. Whoops, where are we now? Haha! Taking a little break, little vacation in my little vacation house. Yeah, pretty sweet. Shower and stuff. Big bed. Oh yeah. And a spare room for visitors. If female, of course they come to my bed. But pretty cool stuff. Hope you guys enjoy yourself in the summer. And look at that weather. The coastline right over there. So yeah. Hope you have a nice vacation. And remember, don't forget to work on your own car. And that's mine. That Ford Focus. That's the beast. Alright, keep it tight guys. See you for our next video.